Okay, well, this video of Exmo Sunday School is coming to you live from the chapel. It was in priesthood meeting today, and they showed a talk from a now emeritus 70 Latino from Guatemala. Can't remember his name, but they were talking about how he was talking about spiritual apathy. It's like an 8-minute video. Well, I'll link it in the description if anyone's interested. But they were talking about spiritual apathy, and the way to overcome it was, like sharing your testimony, reading the Book of Mormon, deciding to do something, go out, serve people. And, we were talking about how if you go to the temple, you may think everything's fine, but actually it's not necessarily fine. You can always do more. And which, I understand. And I thought to myself, I'm like, maybe I can add something positive here, because I was remembering when I was an active member, there was a time I felt like a zombie. I didn't really have a lot of passion for things in my life, and I felt a lot of apathy, and it was a symptom of depression for me. And, I thought maybe we need to open this conversation up a little and, just talk about it in general of like, apathy is hard, and it might be something where you want some help. So I raised my hand and I started talking, and I said, look, maybe the bigger picture, not just with religious stuff, is apathy is hard, and it's a symptom of depression. And maybe if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling apathy, that's a sign that you're feeling depressed, and you should really look for support from someone, and I said professional support, or someone who you feel safe talking to, and don't bottle it up inside. And before I could say anything else, teacher cut me off, talked over me, and moved on and said, who has the next scripture? Literally cut me off. And I was like, are you kidding me? I don't know if he was just so focused on his lesson and wanting to move on. He was thinking about the time, and that was something he wanted to cover. But it hit me so bad, and I'm like, I think this issue is even more important than whatever you're about to say, but I don't know what you're about to say. He went on and read a random scripture and kept talking, and I was like, no. I got up and left. So here I am recording my reaction, I guess you could say. And it's sad, because I wish that, because I think there's a lot of guys who have depression these days, and sitting around talking about your checklists and things like that, maybe it'd be more useful to talk a little bit more about, mental health. Could have been a great opportunity to talk about mental health, but he wasn't having it. He had to cover his material. So this wasn't a great experience for me. I think if that guy teaches again, I may not go. One of those, I just want to cover material, and doesn't stop to really listen to the other people's comments. He's just kind of like listens with an agenda to stay on track with his lesson. And I know I've been there. I've done that as a teacher. And I wasn't like that when I was more progressive and left, before I left, I should say, but not everyone's in that same state. It's hard to take this with grace and just go, okay, that's his thing. But it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good to be cut off in the middle of my comment about something that I was trying to be really constructive with and helpful. So that kind of sucked.